Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Oz at Ozzy's Music Academy. Today I want to talk to you quickly about nonviolent communication at home, especially during COVID-19. This is a type of communication that allows us to acknowledge our own and others' feelings, to express our needs, and to communicate without judgment, without judgments, power struggles, comparisons, bullying that may even happen between you and a partner or you and your kids, assumptions that we may make about others' feelings and others' needs, and it allows us to avoid resentment and isolation so that we can come to a conversation, completely be ourselves, be true to our needs, and then also be receptive to our partners. So there's 4 main steps to nonviolent communication. The first step is a statement of observation. That's typically an I statement where I noticed, I see. If you say to somebody, you did this, it can often send us into a triggered space where we're not going to be responsive because we feel we're being attacked. So when you can say calmly that you noticed something or you saw something, it can be very helpful. So an example would be, I use an example in the blog post of a student who is not following this new schedule that the parents and the student have created together. So you could say, I noticed that the schedule was not working. I observed that you were not following the schedule. So that's a statement of observation. The next statement is a statement of feeling. One of the things that we ask people all the time is we ask, how are you doing? Or how are you feeling? And it's hard to describe how we're feeling objectively, because we can always say, well, I'm good or I'm bad, and then it's an opportunity to express more. This framework says, what are you feeling? What is the emotion? So it challenges you to say, what is the exact emotion that I'm feeling? Saying, I'm feeling like I'm not being heard, or I'm feeling like I need to do something. Those are thoughts, not feelings. Feelings are emotions. So the framework says you make a statement of observation, and then you make a statement of feeling. So you state your emotion. So the example is observation. I see that you are not following your schedule, and I feel sad and discouraged. So then the next thing is we're going to talk about a belief and a need. So the belief is that there's a belief you have that this emotion is a result of things not happening according to your belief, and then also your need. So those can be, the belief and the need can be tied together. So you say then an example of need is because I need, or because I believe that something is important. So we can say, I notice that you're not following your schedule. I feel sad and discouraged because I believe it's important that we follow our schedules that we say so that we can figure out how to be best students. And I need you to try following the schedule according to what our plan is. Our 4th statement is a request. So we have our observation, our feeling, our belief, and our need, and then our request. And we would say, my request is, or can you try following the schedule as we have it set up? And so there's the 4-step process. Now, remember, our hardest part is using I statements for our observation, stating actual feelings, not thoughts, during our feeling part, and then articulating what our belief is. Like, what is the core belief that makes us have that emotional reaction, and then what is the need that we have in order to meet that belief, or do we need to change that? That's something that we can consider, and then making that request to somebody. Now, the next part of this nonviolent communication process is receiving somebody's nonviolent communication steps. So what we can do is we can ask somebody to repeat back what we said, or we can repeat back to somebody else what they're saying, because even though we use similar words, the meanings are often very different. So when you can communicate to somebody when you restate what you're hearing, then you begin to have clarity to where are the bridges in your communication and mutual understanding. Because when you can just repeat back, they'll say, well, that's not really what I said. So let me repeat what I said so that you can understand it better, so that we can come to a better mutual understanding. And then if you guys are both feeling kind of like this, they may need an opportunity then to express themselves using the framework of observation, feeling, belief, need, and request. And then your job is to be empathetic, to receive what they're saying, and also then to bounce it back to them in your words so that you can then build that shared mutual understanding and shared communication. And this is going to be a huge help for anytime you have conflict. And then also, if you use it for conflict, you can also use it for good times. So when you're like, oh man, I saw that you got 100% on your test. I was feeling so excited because it makes me happy to see that you are doing well in school, and my request is that you just keep up the great work. it's an excellent framework for positive affirmation and for praise too. So I look forward to seeing and hearing the stories about how this is showing up in your lives. The blog post has a link to the entire audiobook where it talks about active listening, differentiating between feelings, and Rosenberg's framework, how he used it for international conflict resolution. So I strongly suggest it, and I hope it works well for you. If you haven't yet, go make some music today. This is Oz at Ozzy's Music Academy. A world with more music sounds beautiful. See y'all later. Peace. Hey, before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, send this to friends, check out my Facebook page, Instagram, and Patreon. Thanks for joining. Peace.